So I've been plowing and working on a field, leveling it, getting it ready to go for this spring, and I'm so far way behind. I'm so far behind, and I'm so far behind that I have to stop plowing and actually sharpen the plow. Right? Was it Abraham Lincoln that said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the axe? That's such a great sentiment. I wish I was better about it, but there's a certain point to where you have to sharpen the axe, and that's where I'm at. So my International 39, hold on, is this International or Farmall? Farmall 39 two-way plow. My plow, what do you call it? I want to come on Plowshare, but they're actually not called that. I'll think about the real name. Check it out right here. If I put a flat straight edge along here and I look at the tip right here, of course it's not a straight edge, see that gap? That means that I have negative ground suck. Ground suck is the term you use for the pitch of your plow going into the dirt. If you have negative ground suck, what's going to happen is your plow isn't going to bite in. It's just going to ski along the top, just like you're up on the mountains on a fresh powder day, right? You know, a bluebird day. So if you read in the manual, they say take your mold boards, that's what it is, take the plow to your local blacksmith and have them bend it and reprofile the tip. They can just heat it up in their forge, in their coal forge. That's when this was originally designed and built. Heat it up in your coal forge and beat it down. And in the process, this is mild steel, but they say that you'll get some migration of carbon and you will get some type of work hardening to extend the life of your plow. I don't have a coal forge. I've got a little propane forge, but I also don't want to go through the hassle of taking and unbolting all of these and setting up my propane forge. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try the oxyacetylene torch and see what happens. I've got it set up on a couple of railroad tracks to give me something to wail on, and we're going to heat and beat. Now actually this set of gangs, this set of plows, they're biting in reasonably well. I put some old mower blades on them a couple years ago, and they're still doing pretty well. It's this set that's not. But I'm going to go ahead and do both of them to get the best results that I can. So I'm going to start with these. I'll try and see if I can put enough of heat into those plow tips. Whoops. With my little oxyacetylene setup. This is actually a little bit undersized. It can't flow enough acetylene to really put the heat to it, right? I can't flow enough acetylene to run a rosebud tip, which is what you really need. Oh man, I'm always knocking that cover off. Where did it go? I want someplace nice. There it is. Yep. I can't flow enough acetylene out of these small bottles to run a rosebud tip, so we'll just use the cutting torch tip and see if we're able to get the results that we're looking for. Whoop. Couple of turns there. I should go get something to shade my eyes a little bit better than just my eyeglasses. I'll be right back and then we'll get started on this. I don't need to heat up the whole tip. I just want to heat it up in one spot and then just bend it at that spot. Well, I got the thinking right. Now, am I doing any good? I think I am. Use my technical gauge here. Oh yeah, we got some ground suck in there. Whack on that a couple more times. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. See if I can burn myself doing this. So if I put a straight edge up along here, you can see how the tip of that is now pointing, or we have a gap here on the back, and the tip is pointed down into the ground. That's ground suck. This plow will now hit the dirt and it will suck it right down into the ground. We'll do the same on the other. And then the tricky part is we gotta flip this thing over without plowing up my driveway. And that's how you flip it over. You dig it in the ground and then pull it. And then lower it halfway so I can rest it on these anvils. Yeah, it's easy peasy. Let's get this other one going. Let me give you a before and after on this other one. And you'll see this isn't exactly precision work. I believe the manual says you need somewhere around 1/4 inch or so of ground suck. And I want to say that that's what we have on that other one. But right here, if I look level, yeah, we've got, we're negative there. So we will give that, we'll bend that over. This is going to be so good. Trust me. Huh. Get out of the way. There we go. I think I got quite enough heat in there yet. Ugh. That might be working. Check with my highly technical testing tool. And I'm going to say, no, not enough. Worked a little bit, but we gotta apply a lot of heat. We'll get it. Oh yeah, I think we're making progress now. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I like it. I might have got ambitious on that one. Take a look. That's not so bad. Actually, if I look right there, it's still got a little bit of a, I ought to grind that out down a little bit on the right tip, but I think that's going to cut just fine on this side of the plow. I'm going to flip this thing over and, well, first of all, I got to clean up my mess so I can flip it over without damaging anybody. Easy peasy. Just stuff. All right, let's get this other, let's get these other plows adjusted. Easy peasy. Right, this is a mild moment of truth, a moment of truth. Let's see if the work I did to improve the ground suck does anything. First pass, we don't really expect much because we're not running in the furrow, but we'll see what it does on the first pass. It's still a valid, interesting test. stay, but I might say that I need to sharpen my axe a little bit more. But honestly, it's not doing too bad. You can see it's coming out. It's not sitting quite level in the furrow. I got some setup work to dial in and adjust, and I really don't know that plow well enough. But when it digs, it's digging in pretty good. It just seems to skip when I'm taking these sweeping curves. So probably when the furrow wheel comes up and out of the furrow and I lose that extra depth. So it's a setup issue. I think the biggest problem I'm having is my Massey Harris 33 just, it doesn't have quite enough weight and just that much, not enough oomph to really pull that plow how it needs to be pulled. So tomorrow I'll swap over to the Super MTA. It's got the grunt to pull the plow, no problem. And we will pull the plow and we will relegate the, oh good grief, the Massey to duty with the disc. It'll handle this disc just fine. It'll handle the disc just fine to clean up and clean up these furrows. So yeah, maybe I do need to take it back over and work on the ground suck a little bit. But I suspect all I really need to do is drive straight. There we go. Drive straight up and down the field instead of making these sweeping curves. So here's my plan for tomorrow. I'm going to finish opening up the field. And by that I mean I'll make, probably 8 or 10 passes on the end of the field. And then I'll make 8 or 10 passes or 12 or so on the other headlands. Then I'll disc that. Once I've got that done, then I can just plow straight into the headland. And it should, right, you can do it either way. You can plow the headlands and disc it first, or plow the headlands and disc it after. I want to plow the headlands and disc it first just because I want to. And so the goal is to plow this little field, a couple of acres. Might have to do a touch more leveling work. We've done quite a bit and I think we're in really good shape. Might even put the laser on it to see what that's like. But that's all for another day. I tell you what guys, I wish you could be out here, smell the dust, see the earth turning over. I do the best that I can to try to portray it. It's a Zen place, right? It's really a beautiful thing when you see some ground that without the work is, well, it's just dry, barren wasteland. And to make it green and beautiful, that's a cool thing. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate the opportunity to do it. Guys, get out and work on your stuff, right? Work on your property, work on your projects. Find what speaks to your heart. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.